Hi, I'm Landon with B.A.Con. We are here at FearCon 2018 with...
Kip Rasmussen. I'm a Tolkien illustrator.
That is amazing. So, what inspired you to start drawing at the beginning?
So I was just a kid. I read The Hobbit, and that sent me on a lifelong journey, really. But I became a psychologist, and then began to draw, Lord of the Rings type stuff when the movies came out. And I said, the audience has kind of finally caught up with me, and did a lot of grayscale, like graphite images. And my son, who had turned 14, became a pretty good artist himself. Said, "Dad, I love the black and white, but you got to do color." So I'd been afraid to do color all my life, and so at 49, I began to paint. And I love the Silmarillion so much, and I feel like it's one of the really great works of literature in the world, in the history of the world, by one of the finest creative minds of all time. And so I said, I've really got to promote the Silmarillion. I mean, it really deserves more than it gets, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, everybody knows about those, but that's what I kind of do, is promote the Silmarillion. So I began to just paint them on my own, and my friend forced me to put together a website, and after a few weeks of the website being up, then Warner Brothers came calling, and Peter Jackson wanted to use a couple of my images in his in the special features of the Desolation of Smaug. So that's kind of my story.
Wow. So how did it feel that Peter Jackson and Warner Brothers reached out to you to be a part of Hobbit, one of the biggest movies of all time?
Surreal, very surreal. He wanted to do a little bit of the origin of the dragons and spiders, and so from the first age, I had some of those images, and he wanted to do that. But I'm still sort of geeking out about it. I can't believe it. It's pretty cool. So yeah.
Well, hey, I'm geeking out right now, being able to meet you and have an interview with you. Looking at some of your artwork is just beautiful. Just the detail and just how it comes to life, and it's so inspiring to have someone like Warner Brothers notice your work, and so it's inspiration to other artists out there who they're always beating themselves down, saying they're not good enough, but you pushing forward and advertising your work, it's showing that it pays off. Hard work pays off.
Well, and pretty much you have to do things on spec. When you're starting out, just speculation. Nobody's asking you to do their book covers, etc. for them. You just have to have some ideas, and then you just roll with it, and then you just get good. I mean, you just don't let the early mistakes kind of deter you. You're going to have lots and lots of mess ups, and you just don't let it stop you, and keep rolling. I've done art all my life, and so I never really kind of gave up, even though there were some times where, really, truly, I thought, is anybody ever going to see this? You're painting in your basement, waiting for the thing to get done, etc. So yeah, all the artists out there, it doesn't matter if you're 49 or younger, just get going with it.
That's awesome. So do you guys have do you have a website for our viewers to reach out to you and potentially buy your work?
Sure, kiprasmussen.com. And I also do illustrations for Hachette Publishing out of London. The last one we put out was called The Heroes of Tolkien, and Dark Powers of Tolkien is coming out in, I believe, April of 2019. Available on Amazon, etc.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and we highly recommend coming to FearCon, checking out his work, or going to the website that will be attached to the link. And we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Believe with B.A.Cons. We are here talking with the incredibly, phenomenally talented Jonathan Mario, who you will recognize from Game Face on the Sci-Fi Channel. Tell us, how did you get started in all this?
So I've been doing makeup since I was about 11 years old, and I've always messed with it. I mean, it was one of those that my mother, when I was like 6, was like, hey, put on my lipstick. And so I turned her into like a red demon. And I always just played with it, and I found a makeup kit eventually in elementary school and just kind of took off from there.
Now, how did you transition from your mom's red makeup to something like this? Like, that's terrifying.
I started with that makeup kit, and it gave some introductory lessons on prosthetic makeup and build-up makeups, and then I kind of just worked from there. I mean, I was super, super inspired by the works of Rob Bottin with Legend and Gordon Smith's Mystique, and so I just started learning as much as I could. In high school, I was able to take some lessons in prosthetic creation, and from there, I just did a lot of trial, a lot of error, a lot of wasted materials, but fast forward.
Not wasted, because look what it grew into.
Yeah, it was a lot of very expensive mistakes, but I'm thankful for all of it because now, you know, I'm 26, I do it full time, I travel all over the country doing education, doing demos. I've worked for I Love FX Makeup, XFX, I've done demos for European Body Art, I've done Monster Palooza, the International Makeup Artist Trade Show, Trans World. Just I'm all over the place being able to be able to do what I love, and so now I make horror makeup and classes and prosthetics and full silicone mermaid tails. So
okay, that's fantastic. Now you have your own studio based here in Salt Lake.
yes.
Ooh, it got dark and creepy. Woo!
Lightning flashes. Yes, so my main studio is in North Salt Lake. I have an office out of the Anarcha Girls Cause Space where I am a mentor and an educator.
Okay, fantastic. And it's called Crow Caw FX.
Yes, Crocaw FX.
And they can find that online.
Yep. So if you want to look online, it's going to be Instagram, Crocaw FX, Facebook, Crocaw FX, crowcawfx.com, or jonathanmadio.com.
Okay, so any of those, Crow Caw FX or Jonathan.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Now show us what you did here.
All right, so this is our fantastic demo today. This is our lovely model, Zoe Smith.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi. She was so lovely to volunteer for us today. Today, I wanted to do kind of like a classic take on Lucy from Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I like scary vampires, and so...
Glitter? You don't do glitter?
I don't do the glitter, and if it's glitter, I do like bloody glitter. Like I'll lay down the blood and then do glitter over the blood, and so it's like glittery gore. Okay. But anyway, she's in 3 separate foam latex prosthetic appliances. There's a foam piece that runs from her neck down to her chest, and then there's a foam piece that is actually all of her face. So this right here is the foam. This right here is the foam, and then it blends throughout. And then she also has some prosthetic ears. Some of the edges are a little rough, but with it being so dark and it was such a fast demo, this is about a 45-minute demo.
And how long would you usually take, like for a movie, if you were doing something like this? It'd be hours.
I'd want to do at least an hour and a half or something like this, and I would have brought a couple different materials. But I'm relatively fast, so even an hour would have been good. But an hour and a half would be healthy for it.
Well, I am impressed. I love all the paint job, and I love that she goes around going.
Oh, she's having so much fun. She told me, I had her model for me at FanX, was the last time I had her model, and when I was painting her, she goes, "Thank you so much for doing this." I'm like, "Why?" And she goes, "People always cast me as the pretty girl. They want me to be in I'm all glittery, and I do these photo shoots, and I'm always the pretty girl, and I'm always," she goes, "I just want to be ugly. I just want to be scary, please." And so we made her into this big black dark siren, and she put on her mermaid tail and scared the kids, and then today she's like, "Please, I'm so excited." So I'm like, "Are you okay if we do multiple appliances?" She goes, "No, please, just everything." So
do the whole thing. Well, you look fantastic, and you don't look very pretty.
Oh, that's the first time I wanted to hear that. But it's all thanks to Jonathan, and it's so much fun.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time.
No problem.
Come on down to FearCon and see more of Jonathan's work.
Well, I'm Brian from B.A.Cons, and we're here with some guys. Jason, how you doing? Oh, okay, yeah, and Michael? And there you have it, guys. FearCon, come check it out.
Hi, I'm Emily with B.A.Cons, and we're here at FearCon 2018. I'm here with Amanda. Amanda, tell me about your costume and why are you here? A little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the reigning Miss FearCon 2017, and I came here to FearCon to pass the baton, so to speak. And I hosted the last competition to crown the new Miss FearCon and the Pumpkin King. And my costume here, it is a labor of love. It took quite some time to create. I was actually a little adverse to redoing this because this takes so much time, hours and hours to get into it. But it was a nice way, because I had spent so much time making it last year, it was really nice to be able to don it again to show it off one last time.
Well, it is absolutely fabulous. You look so great. Thank you so much for your time, Amanda, and it was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Hi, I'm Emily with B.A.Cons, and we're here at FearCon 2018 with the winner of Miss FearCon here, Christy.
Thank you. So exciting.
So how does it feel to be the winner of Miss FearCon?
It feels really good. It does. It feels really good. I did it last year, and I didn't win last year, so this was my year.
This is your winning year. Tell us about your costume. What inspired you to do this costume?
It took me a couple of months to figure out what I wanted to do, and I don't remember the moment that I decided that I wanted to do like an alien-like creature, but like, it just came to me, and so then I started figuring out the concept and how I was going to do it. So it took a couple months to get there.
So it took a couple months to
just to figure out what I was gonna do, and then to like put it all together. I did created like the top piece here, and then like I made my own bald cap. I didn't make the one on top. I have two bald caps on, so I made the first one, and then I got the second one, and then I got a prosthetic piece, and then just kind of built it from there.
That is so awesome. You look so fabulous. Well, thank you so much for your time, Chris.
Sure, no problem.
And we also have another winner, the other winner of Miss FearCon, Matt.
Hi.
And they are husband and wife, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes, it's correct.
Awesome. You guys look so awesome. So, the winners! Look at the winners!